aiming for the other one.
Well, hey, here we are again. It's the Sunday evening. It's time to have a couple drinks and chat about what's been going on this week. Brent, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Always loyal to the show. It's good to see, mate. What have you been playing this week? I assume... Well, I know you've seen the news of Rave Racer. That's the big one that come out this morning. I don't want to talk too much about Rave Racer. I think everyone's seen enough of Rave Racer today, but I'd like to know everyone's thoughts. I like the redesign of the cab. I think it's using a bit less MDF there, actually. I think that's a bit of a cost-saving move. To be honest, I like the new marquee setup on that. Not much else has been going on for myself. I was actually going to make a new intro video, not recycle the Mandalorian one. I was going to do a Father's Day special one, but it has been a crazy week for myself. I was going to do a Kratos one, because Kratos is possibly the greatest dad in gaming history, if you were to ask me. That is just my personal opinion. But Harry Mason, to me, from Silent Hill, he takes the number one spot. He's the best dad in gaming history, if you were to ask me. No one puts themselves through that crap to if they're not the best dad going. Couple quiet cans. It has been a terribly stressful week for myself, with work and lockdowns and probably not being allowed to come home from work for several weeks because I work in a different state to what I work in. So I'm going to probably drink more than I should. And that's okay. So what else has been going on? Or not too much. I do have a little bit to talk about when there's a few more people in about competition for us Aussies involving the McDonald's. They're giving away 20 units of Arcade1up complete bundles. I'm not sure if it's NBA Jam, Pac-Man 40th anniversary, or a mixture, but I'll go through the process. I've got a couple vouchers here. I'll go through the process and show you what to do, how to claim them. They're doing a little different to what we used to do, how we used to have the place cards on your serving trays at Macca's. Now everything's gone digital. It's on everyone's using an app. So we'll give that a run. We'll run through that, see how that goes. If I win something, well, I might give it away. We don't know. We'll see how we go. What else has been happening? Not terribly much. So you got 4 vouchers from McDonald's Monopoly. I went to McDonald's today. First time in a long time. I don't normally go to McDonald's other than grabbing a quick morning brown on the way up to work if I need a morning brown that morning. See what's going on. Nope. Just checking the messages. What have you been up to, Brent? What games have you been playing in the last week since the last stream, buddy? I always like to know what everyone's been up to, what they've been playing. That's normally the first port of call. I'd like to know what they've been playing. I have not turned on my trusty PlayStation 5, PS4, or anything. I think I did a couple runs of Hades on the PC. Just while I had the time, but that was about it, to be honest. Who else is on stream in the Sweet FA? Yep, mate, I exactly the same. Like I said, she has been crazy week. I've managed a couple runs on Hades. That's about it. I finally got my Marvel vs. Capcom. Ain't nobody got time for that. Finally got my Marvel vs. Capcom Arcade1up put together just last night. It's probably easily the best Arcade1up I currently own. Anyway, I like that light up deck protector. However, it does let you know every single scratch you have on that depth protector. I was tempted to throw it on a few of the others. You can put in the depth protector from a few of the other cabs. I was scared to see something like from the Legacy cab or something that's had a lot more hours playtime on it. It does look bad when the light is on. I'm going to have to say it looks terrible, but as soon as you turn that light off, it looks shiny and new. So it isn't. I think it's just the inherent problem with the perspex that they use on those. If you can deal with a button masher, play online. Yeah, mate, that's all I am too, a button masher. X-Men versus Street Fighter anytime, mate. Well, that's my favourite fighter of all time, X-Men versus Street Fighter. My first arcade I ever brought was an X-Men versus Street Fighter, and I would love to play online, mate. We'll tee that up maybe the next night or two if you've got the time. We'll button mash together. What did you think of the Ridge Racer leak announcement? I don't think these are anything's a leak anymore. I think it's all intentional. To be honest, I think anything you see that is a leak has been done intentional. But what did you think of the Ridge Racer? Is that something you would consider buying if it was available here, or that's a no from you? She smashes buttons better. How we'll pit the two wives against each other? How's that sound? I'll get my wife against your wife. Bit of wife on wife action, I guess you could say. If you can tell, I started having my beverages earlier than normal. Like I said, I've had a terribly stressful week, and I don't care if I'm not meant to be drinking, but I am. Who else we got here? A few people in so far. Who else is on? We got we got Brent there. Who else is in? Just say g'day. Let us know what have you been playing the last week, and we'll get chatting. Like I said, we'll talk about the McDonald's Monopoly Millions. I think it'll be I think it'll be over 1,500. But I know I said last week the chances we were getting mind blank there. The other one that'll be coming here probably by Christmas time. Yeah. Ridge Racer, I dare say, is running a much more powerful CPU for those 3D graphics. For that to run proper emulation speeds, we're definitely Outrun is what I'm thinking. Australia will be enjoying Outrun this year, I think, the stand-up version, which is the version I want. I know I said last week, chances are, I think I can confirm that one will be in this year. Australia will be enjoying Outrun. Although I do like the design of Ridge Racer. It's a nice looking cab. But we won't spend too much time talking about Ridge Racer because I think everyone else has covered that well and truly. So, yeah. No idea. I haven't looked into it too much there, Brent, what other games they would have on it. I'm just looking at the picture now. What other games would they have on it? I don't know. I did read something that someone believes it'll be the Ridge Race will be running the PS1 version, not the arcade version, which surprises me why they would do that. I'm just doing a quick look. What do we? That's Racing Namco. Was Pole Position? No, that's an Atari, isn't it? Pole Position's an Atari. Namco Racing Games. Yeah. No, Pole Position is Namco also, Brent. Do you reckon they would put? Yeah, I suppose being an older game, I'd almost say you might see pole position on a Ridge Racer arcade. How would you feel about that? Being the pole position man? I don't know. It's definitely another Namco game, so it's a possibility. Got a few people watching. They all want to know what's the story with how to win a Arcade1up. Atari and Namco. Yeah, that's right. I could see that being on there, I guess. Retrofit, yeah. Just having a look. Rave Racer. Rave Racer was another one. Rave Racer. All right, attempt to complete the series. Just having a look. I wonder if what's that? Yeah, Rave Racer is another one. Let's have a look what Rave Racer. Rave Racer 1995. I think, yeah. Let's have a look what it looks like. There's the Fox. How are you, mate? Good morning for Fox over in, what is it? It'd be Sunday morning over there. We're just having a quick chat about the Ridge Racer thing from today. We're just having a quick chat. What other games might be on the Ridge Racer? We think possibly Pole Position or Rave Racer was another one. That's a Namco from the same era too. I don't remember playing that one. We'll see how that. Interesting to see what other titles would be on the Ridge Racer arcade. Let's have a look. I'll share the screen. Why not for a moment? Yeah. So that's what the Ridge Racer is. What do you guys think of the design there? I like it personally. I think it's a I like the difference to what the other ones look like. We got. I'll bring up Rave Racer there. Share screen. There we go. Yeah, it's a good-looking cab. I think it is. This is Rave Racer. This is another Namco game. I suppose they could be throwing that on their Brent. Same era, so I think the emulation wouldn't be any harder. I don't know how different it is to Ridge Racer, if you know what I mean. Ace Driver, Dirt Dash, Final Lap. You're right. Final Lap probably be another one that would go on it. I've had a crazy day. I haven't looked too much into what other Namco games would go on it. Time will tell. I didn't even look when that's due out. If anyone could tell me when that was due out, when we could expect to see more information on that one. Dirt Dash. Dirt Dash was another good game too. Actually, I like Dirt Dash. I remember playing that. Let's have a quick look at the gameplay from Dirt Dash. Yeah, I think it's all PS1. Bring in some Dirt Dash. Oops. Yeah, if it's all PS1, then they'd be emulated it pretty easy. I think even the Raspberry Pi emulates the that one fair enough. But I'd like to see the arcade emulation better. because I'll rather it authentic. Anyway, I think we might get a few people there. We'll get to the. I won't stuff around too much. We'll get to the Monopoly Millions, shall we? So let's open up the right app. So this year with the Monopoly Millions, they're giving away 20 Arcade1up bundles. Quickly, Ridge Racer 2, Dirt Dash. That's your guess. We'll hold you to that one. I know you admit when you're wrong, but no, that's probably I think you're right. With Ridge Racer 2 for sure, you wouldn't have it on separate cabs. So I'd probably agree with you there. Ridge Racer 2, and another one. We'll wait to see. So I tried to set this up to share my screen from my phone because I was going to run through the how to claim your McDonald's Monopoly Millions, but the Monopoly app won't let me share the screen, so I'll have to do it the old-fashioned way of holding the phone up. But I've got a few of the vouchers here. I went to McDonald's. I think it was the first time in about 6-8 months I've been to McDonald's apart from getting my morning brewing. But yeah, so they're giving away 20 Arcade1up bundles. I was under the understanding, I was thinking it was NBA Jam, but we spotted today that I think it's Pac-Man 40th anniversary. But regardless of whether it's NBA Jam, Pac-Man, there's 20 Arcade1up bundles up for grabs on the Monopoly Millions or Millions Monopoly, whatever it is called this year. I don't think I think they're the instant prizes too. It doesn't look like they're the get all the hotels on Mayfair or whatever to win. So, but instead, obviously, because of COVID and lockdowns and that, they're not doing the normal setup where it's with the tray mat or anything, and you put the stickers on the tray mat. Everything's using the apps and whatnot. So I'm gonna run through. I'm gonna claim a few today, and we'll see how it goes. I did try yesterday. I went to Macca's and got a coffee or a morning brown. If you don't get the morning, Mr. Robarts, how are you? Yeah, like I said, I have not been to McDonald's for a very long time, apart from getting my morning brown. And yeah. So all right, so I've got the sticker. So that's a chance card there. So I think will that focus in? There you go. I got the chance card and that one there. Can it be hacked? Everything can be hacked, Brent. Everything can be hacked. My niece worked at Hungry Jack's, and she told me, the Hungry Jack's shaker app, that one was hacked, and everyone worked out how to get the free HJs. All right, so I've taken this off me French fries. Got that. So you scan them both, so you got your collection. You got the chance card. I'm pretty sure the Arcade1ups are on the chance cards. They're not. You don't have to collect the streets or whatever they are. So the way you do it is you open up the My Macca's app, right? And then if you already had it, you would have noticed that the app updated in the last few days of last month. And at the top now, it's got the Monopoly tab down the bottom. Sorry, or you can go yada yada. So you let it load up. And yeah, and then you'll see you'll have focus in there. There's the three options: menu, scan, and stash. All right. When you click on stash, it'll come up. So you can see yesterday I won free frozen drink. Where'd that go? What happened there? I don't want to look at properties. Yeah, so I got a free frozen drink or small drink. and there was a couple properties because I got a hash brown for my daughter. All right, so we're going to scan these. So it comes up similar to like your QR scanner there, and you've got to. I'll try and get this. It's nice and dark in here, isn't it? I'll just turn the light on. So you got to scan it in, and you got to get on the right angle. But it will scan the code that's on your chance card eventually. Come on. It's definitely not the perfect. I might enter it manually. It gives you the option to enter it manually, which will enter code manually. So yeah, just ask you for the ticket number. So we'll put that in and it'll tell us what we've won. So I'll just put that in. FT MQ and the problem with putting it in manually is you probably will hit the wrong button. Drum rolls, please. Yeah, I've got to do it again. Let's see if I can scan it. It's far from a perfect site. I think they could get this set up better, to be honest. Oh, that nearly scanned then. Took me a while to get it to go yesterday when I tried it. Yeah. No, I'll try enter it manually again. You see. Ah. 6 F. There we go. Success. So once you've done that, I think it's all random there, Brent. So comes up, tap to place. I put my reveal voucher. Retails and vouchers. Redeem now. Oh, I don't know what they come up with yet. If I won an Arcade1up cab, Brent, I'll say right now, I've got a couple here to claim. If I win an Arcade1up cab, I'll give it away on my next stream. I'll promise that. That's if I win an Arcade1up cab, I will give it away to a viewer on my next stream. I don't know what happened then. It says retail voucher. I don't know what that's meant to mean. Your claim code. Reveal. I don't know what it. Put the code in there. Oh, I must email it to me. Okay, yep. Select my state. We're in the COVID state. Right. Yeah. So that code was just crappy retail vouchers. What I could go to City Beach, Interflora, Boyle's Fitness, Oz Sale. Just having a look. Oz Sale, City Beach, Legoland in Chadstone. Okay, so that's not much. State of emergency. That's the one, buddy. That's the one we're talking about. All right, we'll try these other two. It won't dwell too long on the Macca's. Instant win. McChicken or a quarter pounder. There you go. So I can load that into the app and also use that. Gee, I'm giving McDonald's a fair plug tonight, aren't I? So I can load that into the app if it wants to focus in. And I've got myself a free quarter pounder, which I could almost eat on the way to work. next week. Anyway, so that was that. No Arcade1up one tonight. Well, while we're at it, mate, Timmy Roberts here. Give yourself a plug there, mate. Timmy runs a YouTube channel called DMD Blender. He does a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, and it's quite entertaining. I'll listen to you. He's a perfect narrator. I think I'm not into Dungeons and Dragons too much, but I'll like to listen to your narration of your games while it's 2 a.m. on night shift. It's just excuse. Anyway, what games have you been playing this week, Tim? I always like to know what games my viewers have been playing. Here on the Sunday session. We got what do we got here? Yep, that's it. Stream sessions and reviews. That's the go. Oh, excuse me. Oh, really early. Neverwinter Nights. I remember. I loved that game. I should get back into that. Fortnite with the family. I like playing the battle royales, but Fortnite just wasn't my thing. I played a heap of Call of Duty Blackout, but that's if you pick up Aliens Fireteam, let me know. I've got that right here actually. That's Hades. Right, I've got that right here, and it is a good game, but you must play with your friends. You got to play Aliens Fireteam with your mates. You can play with randoms, but it's good when you play with your mates. How many games this week? Finish. I seen you upload your video there, Fox, of your monitor build. I have to watch that. I seen the photo there. I haven't got around to watching it. I seen your photo, and it does look nice. And I wish I had something like that back in the day when I was on Fire Crew. I spent a lot of time away from home, living in camps and whatnot, and a build like that would have been fantastic to game when I was in base camps for weeks at a time. Almost everything is better with friends, Tim. I won't say absolutely everything is better with friends, but almost everything is better with friends. But Aliens Fireteam Elite is 100% better with your mates. If you're going to play Aliens Fireteam Elite, you need at least one mate. It's like sometimes you play online games with randoms, and they don't play as a team with things like healing your mates and whatnot. Stop sharing. So it's Father's Day. I want to know who do you guys think is the greatest dad in gaming? Had the PS1 combo when you work night shift. I knew a bloke. He took that to Army recruit training back in the day. Not long before I went through Army recruit training, and they confiscated that off him quite quickly because they didn't want it there. Let the screaming begin. Yes, mate, that's the one. Yeah, so in regards to the greatest dad in gaming history, I'm going to have to say Harry Mason from Silent Hill. I'll just bring up, because you don't put yourself through that crap if you're not the greatest dad. Kratos is, Tim, yes, Kratos is a very close, but I'd have to personally say Harry, because, well, you just don't go through the Silent Hill when everything through Silent Hill if you're not the greatest dad in history. That is my opinion. We'll bring him up here because why not? Because why not? I love Silent Hill. Actually, I was thinking no better father than Darth Vader. Well, that's a fair argument, Brent. That's a fair argument. I had to bring up the Harry Mason's death scene from the PlayStation here, but Kratos was good. I was going to edit up a video. If I don't know if you catch the start of my stream where I have Mando playing, and I was going to edit a video for the intro for my stream tonight for Kratos because it's Father's Day, but not only is today Father's Day, it's my wife's birthday, so I had to spend most of the day with my wife, so I didn't get around to editing that video. Fox is saying Big Boss from Metal Gear Solid series. His children were clones. They were too. But that's a fair call there. I'd that's interesting. Yep. Stephen, he's in the house. How are you, mate? I've got something special I put aside just for you, Stephen. You missed. We did the draw that there was no McDonald's win for Arcade1ups. I got some, and actually, I'm glad Fox is here. I got something special just for you guys, for our friends over in the northern hemispheres. Where is it? Look at it. All right. I haven't had one of these for years. I'll just finish this can off. I'm going to drink one of these because we got Stephen and Fox in, and it seems every time they're on, we talk a bit about the Fosters. So I'm going to have the Fosters. It's been a long time since I have one of these. But cheers, guys. Still as bad as I remember. Probably not as bad as some of the things I've drunk in Bali before. Ethan Mays from Heavy Rain chopped his fingers off to save his kid. Best dads. That's I haven't played Heavy Rain. I've got the dual pack to that somewhere for the PS4. G'day, Tyler. How are you, buddy? I haven't played that Heavy Rain. I'm meaning to. I hope you didn't just give away. Spoiler alert! You should have yelled. Foster's Australian beer. It's the beer we. I don't know. It's terrible. It is an Australian beer, and everyone seems to think we drink it, but we don't. I haven't had one for years. But I will say it's not as bad as some of the beers I've had in Bali because they sit red hot all day long until it's time to be drunk. Here we go. A bit of Rave Racer on screen at the moment. It's been a while since I played Rave Racer. I'm trying to think. That's 100% right. It's the beer that gets sent overseas because it's no good. I actually had to go before I went and got a pizza tonight. The missus and I just had pizza for dinner because we'd both been lazy. And I'll go to the bottle shop and I'll get a Foster's because Fox and Stephen will be watching. And I said, oh, yeah, why not? I'll get a Foster's. And I had to go into the back, the absolute back of the bottle shop to find them. And there was an open carton and people just taking individual cans out. Anyway, enough about beers. We're here for the gaming. Stephen, will you be getting Rave Racer? I know you've got every other Arcade1up cab, so will you be getting the Rave Racer? That's what I want to know. And also, you boys that have the arcades with the Arcade1ups with the lit up depth protectors. Do they just show every scratch, or is that mine? Ridge Racer was on the PSP. It was amazing at the time. I'm trying to think, did I have it? I had that many games on my hacked PSP. I can't remember if I had it. But yeah, racing games on the handhelds. I don't play many racing games, to be honest, but I do on the handhelds. I've got a PS Vita here that I'm yet to hack, but I might hack that later on tonight. I've got the memory card cartridge disc thing ready to go. I just haven't got around it. And I actually have another boxed Monster Hunter Edition PSP sitting in a warehouse in Japan that I got to pay to get here. They show I know, mate. I set up my Marvel vs. Capcom last night, and I turned that deck protector light on, and I went, "Oh, this looks really good." And then when I seen every scratch, I was like, "You're joking!" Like, I'd only just taken the plastic off, and I just cannot believe how many scratches it shows up. It's crazy. Don't remember playing Ridge Racer at the arcades. Yeah, me too. I don't even think I remember seeing Ridge Racer at the arcades here. We didn't have the greatest variety at my local arcade, but I live pretty country. Brent or someone who lives in Melbourne probably would have seen it, but I didn't personally. I don't remember playing Ridge Racer in the arcades. Like Fox said, I might have played it on the PSP because I just had a hacked PSP with however many hundreds of games on it. So I might have played it quickly there, but I don't remember playing it in the arcades. At Zone 3, that's the one. Yeah, we used to go to Zone 3, the laser tag. Yeah, that was. We didn't have the greatest variety at Zone 3 there, Tim, did we? Or Putt Mildura, they still don't. They're all ticket redemption machines, but that's the sad state of affairs for all arcades, I feel, at the moment. You owned a stand-up. What I noticed, owned is past tense, Fox. I assume you no longer own a Ridge Racer. What's the story there? Goon the Lords chimed in. He seen a Ridge Racer in Tasmania. Really? Brent saying he only had Daytona or Blast around. Everywhere had Daytona. The L Arcade in Mildura that's still operating today has the original Daytona that got shipped into the store in 1990. What was it? 1994, 93 when Daytona, and it has never moved. It is in the same spot. It's been in the same spot for 30 odd years. Catch you later, Brent. I'll chat to you on the Noodle Crew. Sadly, your full-size cabinets had to go. I'm starting to get to that point too myself, Fox. In 6 months ago, I had property I owned. I had a big shed, had a big bar built inside with all the full-size arcade machines, and it was fantastic, but I needed a bigger house, and I gave up that. So I'm starting to get tight on space. So this room here is where it's at. Daytona's everywhere. That's right, Daytona. That's because it is good. They did have Sega Master System. Yeah, what's that? There's that one X-Men versus Street Fighter cab. Yeah, Tyler's referring to the X-Men versus Street Fighter cab that I now have under my back veranda. Where is it? Didn't allow you to change the view. Why did it allow you to change the view? Was it didn't have that functionality, or you just didn't have the button? I've never been inside the racing cabs all that much, to be honest, to know how they work in regards to jammer harnesses and whatnot. I am trying to think. I've been in mostly all your regular cabs, but I haven't played around with racing ones too much. I did notice I did see the live button, which would be good. That's what makes, I think, the ability to play with your friends, even if it's just leaderboards or play with your friends. That's what's going to give the replayability, as opposed to when you've got free play, if that makes sense. I think when these games, especially the beat 'em ups, are on free play all the time, the replayability isn't quite there. But I think if you can play with your friends or compete against your friends with the leaderboards, it'll make them worth it. So, yeah, it'd be interesting. You'd have to be able to race your friends on a Ridge Racer. You couldn't just it wouldn't be just for leaderboards, surely. You'd have to be racing against your friends. That could be epic if that worked. If that worked right, and you could race, 3 or 4 of your friends across the world, and the lag, if it wasn't too laggy, that would be epic. If you're racing, I would definitely get Ridge Racer. Now you're thinking about it, I probably would drop the money, more money than I should, and eat 2-minute noodles for longer than I should to afford Ridge Racer, because you can race people online. Yeah, I hadn't even considered that. When I first seen it this morning, I was like, yeah, not interested. But it is a good looking cab, and the ability to race friends around the world that would be epic. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, it's a good looking cab. It's probably the best looking cab. I love that marquee. And I'm assuming there's a little bit more height to it. Yeah, Noodle Boy Goon. There's a joke amongst a lot of us saying that we live on 2-minute noodles so we can afford all these arcade machines. Some of us say we'll eat 2-minute noodles for an extra month so we can afford the another arcade. What do you got? Like they give they do, mate. I do. Like, you can see my Marvel versus Capcom right behind me. If I get the right direction, my Marvel versus Capcom right behind me. I love the look of the light up depth protector and the look it has, and it does. It's probably the best looking cab I own now. Like I said, I just could not believe the scratches I could see on that deck. As soon as I turned it on, that was a bit of a shocker. How many scratches even on a brand new cab, but it is what it is. I might get the buffer out, see if we can buff some of the scratches out just to prove a point. Sounds like you and Warhammer. Yeah, I had to stop playing Warhammer, mate, because that's probably more expensive than collecting arcades, I think. Yeah. Although, Goon, I might have to take advantage of your painting skills for a custom arcade I'm doing soon. I want to 3D print a big Akuma to go on top as the topper. I want to 3D print a big Akuma bust to sit on top of the arcade, and it needs to be painted, obviously. So I need a good miniature painter, person who paints miniatures, to make that look fantastic. What else are we looking for? What else has been going on? I don't. Hell yeah, yep. I just need to. Yeah, I want to print a big bust. Probably it'll be 2 foot wide. I think for a full complete custom arcade I'm making, that I can put my CPS2 boards into play. So it'll be all X-Men versus Street Fighter. I've got all 3. It's Street Fighter Zero. It's because they're Japanese imports, but the Street Fighter Alpha is my favorite Street Fighter. And yeah. Well, Tim, I'd actually be working on a Starfighter cab. You get a Starfighter cab right before lockdown kicked in. Yep. It's never got the cab set up. That's interesting. What was your plan? Were you going to replicate the cab exactly how it was originally, Tim, or are you doing a full custom design. That's interesting. There's if you know a cabinet maker with a CNC machine locally, you can download the original. You found the plans online. Yep. Oh, okay. Yep. I'd go original. Yeah, I reckon I know where you found those plans. That's cool. Yeah. So just contact a cabinet maker in your area, and you'll be able to email them the CNC files, and they could print them out pretty cheap for you. And trying to think, noodle design, noodle something in Australia, they will print out the art decals for the sides and everything to make it look original. And their Noodle Shirt is who they are. I'll even find their website and bring it up for you. Yeah, Noodle Shirt, they do custom arcade prints. Yeah. Yeah. And they're pretty reasonable too. Noodle Shirt are. There we go. Noodle Shirt. Brendan, how are you, buddy? I have not got my Final Fight light up marquee in yet. That's next on my agenda, buddy. So yeah, Noodle Shirt here. For anyone in Australia wanting custom arcade stuff, you contact them, and they will print pretty much anything you want out for your arcades, whether it's an Arcade1up or you're redoing a Candy Cab, or in Tim's case, the Starfighter Cab. That's really cool you're working on that. We have to get some details off you. I'd love to look further into that, see what you keep updated with how that's going. Why is that going like that? Yep, there we go. That's really interesting. I'd like to see the progress on that. That would have been a good lockdown project, Tim. If anyone's in that wasn't in earlier and wondering why I said how you can win an Arcade1up, I was talking in regards, you missed us, the Monopoly Mega Millions. I'm not going to go over the whole thing, but there's 20 Arcade1ups available on the Monopoly Millions in Australia at the moment, and they're the 20 bundles. So the riser, the stool, the whole kit, you're good to go. Just to edit, we did go through with the app, and we redeemed a couple codes in that for the sake of it. But yeah, I got your MK. You probably will. I'll probably install them both at the same time, MK and that. And I might even have the Capcom Legacy, because I have a stupid idea at the moment. I might need someone to talk me out of it. I'm thinking of buying the Capcom Legacy Arcade1up to go next to my Midway. And then I was going to use my Final Fight with the Intech Gaming Deck Mega Drive Edition. As you know, me and Toycade, we did a video on Toycade's channel last month talking about Intech gaming, and they're going to have the Mega Drive deck. And I was considering using my Final Fight cab for the Mega Drive. I did see you walk in before there, Telfy's just wandered into my lounge room. Yes, I was considering using my Final Fight for Mega Drive and then buying the Capcom Legacy cab. So I still would have those Final Fight games. Yeah, well, but that's what I'm planning. But I definitely would I definitely would have to make an upgraded control deck, because those control decks on the Legacy cabs are terrible. They're absolutely terrible. Not a bad idea. Hang on. So you're not talking me out of buying the Capcom Legacy cabinet and then using my Final Fight as the Mega Drive Intech gaming deck cab. Is that what you're saying? Because I have several. I probably have between 50 and 70 Mega Drive games currently that not. What happened there? Why did that just go? That's gone a bit blurry. Hold up. Yeah. Yeah. The Intech, Brendan, talking about the Intech deck. So the Intech deck just will have a plug-in for Mega Drive straight in the top, the same as the Switch version. I'd recommend checking out the video Toycade and myself did last month with Intech. I'm running an Intech. So you see Super Meat Boy on this cab here with your marquee there, Brendan. That's got a PlayStation 4 in it off the Intech control deck, and it just all plugs and plays. I might do a more detailed video in the next day or two with how that all works. But it's very good. Yeah, the Intech are doing some good stuff. And the Mega Drive one is what has really got my attention because I was a Mega Drive kid. And like I said, I have to count them all. I got between 50 and 70 Mega Drive cartridges that don't get used nearly enough. So I probably do that. So that was my train of thought. Get the Capcom Legacy cab, and then use my Final Fight cab as the donor for the Mega Drive Intech system, and that way I wouldn't lose the game, the Final Fight games. I could still have the ability to play them because that was a great cab. Goon. Well, that was the other thing I want to talk about. I'm drawing towards the end of an hour, so we might have to discuss the multi-cades versus dedicated cabinets next week. But if you don't have room, then a multi-cade might be the way you'd want to go because you could add games to it. But it depends what games you want to play and what not. As I'm nearly at an hour, and I was only going to stream for the hour tonight, so we'll discuss that next time. But I want to. What do people class as a multi-cade? What do people class as a dedicated cab? Is something like the MVSX over there a multi-cade with 50 games on it? And then I say if you think that's a multi-cade, then why isn't an Arcade1up a multi-cade? That's big slippery slope. We got talking about Rave Racer and everything else, so we didn't talk about the multi-cades very much. So might do that next week. I'm about to hit an hour anyway, so I might just leave it at that for the night. And then next week we'll talk about the. You're all good, mate. You don't need to say sorry. It's all good. Yeah, we'll do that next week. We'll pick up the conversation multi-cades versus the dedicated cabinets because that could fill the show unless anything else leaks from Arcade1up or any of the other companies in that time. We'll discuss the multi-cade versus dedicated because I think that's probably something we could talk about a lot in depth in a full show. So we might just call it at that, guys. I don't have a cool wrap it up video like Fox does. I might have to put something together to end the show out, but we'll call it at that. Thanks for stopping by, everyone. It was another good show. Smash the like button, will you? That'll help us out a lot. If you're not subbed, I think everyone here is subbed to my channel anyway, but if you're not subbed, make sure you do. And I'll catch you all next time. All right, have a good one. Make sure you get those Macca's Millions. I want to know who wins McDonald's Monopoly. Make sure you pick them up. Let me know if you win anything. I'll get a few more tickets and we'll redeem it next stream. And if, like I said, if I win an Arcade1up, I will give it away on the following stream afterwards. So everyone have a good one. Look after yourselves. Don't get too stressed out in the lockdown. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you next time.